Hi everyone, it's Alia or Cake Legend, and in today's video we're going to be making this adorable llama head cake. We're going to start off with making the fondant ears and flower decorations so that they can dry while we do the rest of the cake. So for the ears, I roll out a piece of white fondant until it's about 3 millimeters thick, and then using an X-Acto blade, I cut out a teardrop shape for the ear. The size of your teardrop just depends on how big or small you want your ears to be, and also the size of your cake. I'm doing an 8-inch cake in this video, but if you were doing a 6-inch, you would obviously make smaller ears. To make the second ear, I put down my first teardrop shape, and then I just trace it with my X-Acto blade to get a copy. After that, I put a little bit of water on the base of each teardrop to make them sticky, and then I just pinch it together to get that curved shape. Then we set those to dry while we work on the rest of the cake. Next, we're going to work on the little fondant flowers, which go in the little flower crown. This is totally optional. If you don't want to do a flower crown, you can just do the llama head as is. But if you want to add a flower crown with some fondant florals, just roll out a piece of fondant and cut out little flowers with a flower punch. You can do whatever color you want. I did blue, and then I made some smaller flowers with yellow fondant and a different punch, just so we got some variety. You can do as many colors as you want as well. It doesn't have to be just two. And then we set those aside to dry. Now for the cake, you're going to want to stack it and fill it as you normally would, and just smooth ice it in white buttercream. And then we're going to cover it in rosettes using these two piping tips here. Starting with the side where you want the llama face, you're going to make one large rosette on the top of the front side, and then we're going to make some smaller rosettes at the bottom. Basically, where the face is going to go, we're going to have a little heart shape where we can see that smooth buttercream underneath, and then the rest of the cake is going to be covered in these rosettes. So to keep track of which side was the front of my cake, I started piping the kind of heart shape that's going to be the face, which you'll be able to see later when the whole cake is finished. I basically kind of just mapped out how that was going to look before I went around and started piping rosettes on the rest of the cake. I did large ones and smaller ones, various sizes just scattered all around. Then I switched to my other tip to start piping in little stars to fill in the spaces, and it's really just going back and forth until the whole cake is covered. And this is what the cake looks like when it's all covered in rosettes. Now before we chill the cake, we're going to want to stick our ears into the buttercream while it's still soft. Now that they're nice and firm, we can pick them up and easily just stick them in. At this point, I put my cake into the fridge to chill while I made the little face out of black fondant. So we're going to take our black fondant and roll it out pretty thin. And then I just used a piping tip to cut out my two little round eyes. Then I rolled out some more black fondant into a long snake so that I could make the nose and the mouth. To make the nose, I cut a little piece and then curved it into like a wide U shape. And then I made a wide rounded W shape for the mouth, which is gonna go right underneath. After I cut both of those out, I took my cake out of the fridge and stuck them on immediately. They don't actually need time to harden. And I brushed a bit of water on the back of each fondant piece to help it stick to the cake. And there's our cute little llama. Now you could leave it like this, or you can add some more detail. I wanted to add some pink color to the ears, so I grabbed this pink powder and a brush and just brushed a little bit on right where our fondant is pinched together at the base. And then for our little flower crown, I used these two tips here, a little star tip and a leaf tip. I used blue buttercream to match the blue flowers I made earlier, and I piped little rosettes mapping out the shape of my flower crown, how big I wanted it to be. And then just like before, I filled it in with more rosettes and little stars. Then I made some green buttercream and started piping some leaves into the flower crown, and after that I added my fondant flowers. And with that last fondant flower, our llama cake is finished. It turned out so cute and I really love it. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As always, let me know in the comments what other kinds of videos you'd like to see. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and leave a like on this video. Thanks again so much for watching. Bye!